Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty. What a start to the season. 3-0, sitting at number 15 in the country. And now we go to take on the UCLA Bruins, who last time we saw them, they decided to kick a field goal with 3 seconds left. No really reason to do it. They were up 34-13. They kick a field goal to make it 37-13. Left a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth. And you know what? We're ready for this game. We're going to be absolutely ready. We'll take on Illinois after them, another big rivalry game. We've had some really good games against Illinois in the last couple years as well. But Ben Washington, the sophomore quarterback, 5 touchdowns, just coming off his best game as a Purdue Boilermaker. And maybe he's going to start to take off. I would love to see it. You know, the completion percentage, fantastic. When you have more touchdowns than incompletions, you had one hell of a game. But now we're not in California. We're back here at home, taking on UCLA, number 9 team in the country. No more Nico Imaliava, as Roderick Gatto is the quarterback. We want a revenge game here today. We want to take care of business, and here we go. 1st and 10. Gatto back to throw, looking in the pocket, has some time, steps up, and has an open receiver that is caught. And just like that, a big UCLA first down. Also, if you're enjoying this series, enjoying the Madden Chicago Bears series, please leave a like. If you're new, unsubscribe, please subscribe as well. Plenty of more Dynasty and franchise content to come. Try to upload as much as I possibly can throughout the week. At least 4 to 5 times a week is where to come through on 1st and 10. Carson Dean with a big sack. So we try to stay consistent with the uploads. I think I've been doing a pretty good job as of late, so please, all the support would definitely help. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. 2nd and 16, absolute mistake. Smiley Bradford undercuts the route and picks him off. That is a huge red zone turnover. A fantastic job from our defense when it looked like UCLA was just going to go straight in for the touchdown and take the lead like that. Now we got to take advantage. Down the field, caught. Tramar Smith with the grab and a first down. Ben Washington has been on the money this year. He's been very good. Yeah, I feel like we're in a spot with Ben Washington right now. If we have to win a game throwing the ball, we definitely can. So that's a dangerous throw, but when your receiver, or tight end in this sense, Burhan helps you out, what a grab, what a catch. You know you're going to take the hit. Washington trusting in him, and a first down. 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz from the outside. Looking. He's going to dump it underneath. There's Nolan Ray with the grab. Ray makes a move, and he's in for the touchdown. What a drive after the interception. Ben Washington making some plays. His just absolute fantastic play continues here in the first drive. And a 7-0 lead. So we head into the second quarter now. A huge 3rd and 17 as the rush up the middle, but Washington's going to roll out. Has an open man down the field. Burhan with another big grab, breaks off a couple of tackles. He's got a first down to the 30. Give him a couple catches for 50 yards early on in this game. Now we hand the ball off. And Gabriel Joyner with a nice run, picking up around 12. Offense seemed to be on the money today. Like I said, we have a little bit of motivation coming into this game. 2nd and 6 over the middle. That's caught. Mylan Graham with the grab. There is a flag on the play, so more than likely this is going to be brought back. Yeah, that'll be a holding call. I don't know what happened. If anybody saw Nolan Ray back there, I don't know what happened. He got tripped over himself. That was really strange. All right, that drops us back to the 27. 2nd and 18. Washington to fire. Has it caught. And that's close to a first down, but a big-time gain. There's Burhan again. Give him 17. 3rd and 1. Go to the run game. Nolan Ray to the outside. Touchdown. Man, we're rolling today because right now, even if we get backed up, penalties, 3rd and longs, 2nd and longs, we are converting offensively. Nolan Ray in for the touchdown. 14-0 lead. So does this UCLA offense have anything at all? And Seabrooks is going to come through for a sack. We've been shutting them down after that first drive where the interception really killed everything for them. Down the field, though, that is going to be caught there. Is a big catch reception for a UCLA first down, which I think they definitely needed. Hand the ball off, but Carson Dean says, I don't think so. That's a TFL. 3rd and 11. Gatto back to throw, looking, and almost picked off again. Very close. Great defense there. Force a punt. So less than 2 minutes left in this first half, trying to pick up some more points here. Here comes the blitz again, but man, just a great decision-making from Ben Washington. Blitz comes from that side, just dump it underneath your back, pick up 8. Now 2nd and 2. Over the middle, that's caught. Graham with the grab, keeps it rolling, breaks a tackle, Mylan Graham down to the 3. UCLA is going to call a timeout to try to conserve some time. So after a penalty, knock us back to the 13. It is a 1st and goal from the 13. That's going to be a sack. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 20-yard line. Just make sure you don't have any turnovers here. 2nd and goal. Looking. Washington, look out. He's going to be sacked again. Man, we had 1st and goal from the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 32. Honestly, just try to pick up whatever you can here to get in better field goal range. We'll dump it underneath, and that's caught by Corey Smith. So that'll set up a field goal attempt here from about 37 yards. Kick is up, and it is right in the hands of the All-State sign, and that's going to be half. So, man, we just shut out UCLA here in this first half. 17-0 lead. We just got to keep it up. We're averaging 7.8 a play, 12 first downs. Penalties have been killer, and the sacks there at the end to kind of, really halt that drive. We could have been in for the touchdown and made it 21-0, but all right, we get the ball to start this second half. Let's just continue to roll here. 3rd and 8, though. Oh, going up top. We got him. We got him. It's a perfect pass on the money. Mylan Graham. Touchdown. 73 yards. We are getting our revenge here today on UCLA. Yeah, that's right, Deshaun Foster. We remembered. We're up 24-0. Does UCLA have any answers in this game right now? He's in trouble. He's in trouble! Sean Seabrooks, sack. Man, I'm glad he came back. And that's his 20th career sack here at the University of Purdue. That is awesome to see. I would love to see him get drafted, but I'm just glad he came back. Really am. He makes such a huge difference. As looking, Gatto on 1st and 10. He's got plenty of time. That's no good. That's no good. A release. At least we'll get the tackle. It won't be a touchdown. But that's just too much time to throw back there. 1st and 10. Man, we were all over that one as well. Harkless with a nice run stop. But, man, we were in there in an instant. 3rd down and 8. Spreading it out. Gatto looking. In trouble. He's going to fire this one up to the back of the end zone, but Hines is there to pick it off. Everything going right in this game. And that is a really, really just desperation throw. I mean, that's a tough one. All the way across the field, back of the end zone. And then we come right back at Carson Dean with the pick. After we go 3 and out from the interception, but then Carson Dean with the pick. And he's having a great day, Carson Dean. And I'd love to just add on here, though. There's Graham with the grab, and man, he does not go down after the first contact. Not the biggest receiver, but he just does not go down. Draw play to Nolan Ray, and Ray gets up to around the 11-yard line, pick up 7. Let's go right back to him. Cuts it up, 1st down. 1st and goal now from the 4. All right, let's not screw this one up this time. Let's not get penalties and sacks. Here comes the blitz. We got an open man. That is going to be a touchdown. I wasn't sure. I guess they're saying the ball crossed the plane. Tramar Harris is in for the touchdown. It's a 31-0 lead. Man, we're kind of exposing UCLA here today. They're the number 9 team in the country. I'm not sure about that because I don't think we're number 15 team in the country. I think we're very good. We have a solid roster as Dorian Breeze coming through, the true freshman with a nice stop. Now, are we the number 15 team in the country? I'm not quite sure about that. If Ben Washington continues to play like this, yes, maybe. We might have a quarterback. And I think our running game is very solid. We got some really talented receivers. Our defense is playing better than expected. I would say that for sure. I mean, we're going to see here in the next few weeks. I mean, this Illinois game is going to be interesting. Rivalry games are always a big thing. You got Oregon the next 3 weeks. I mean, that's going to be the real test. As we're going to pitch this to Nolan Ray. Makes the juke move. And he's in for the touchdown. Well, I have no problem just continue to add it on. I'm going to kick a field goal with 3 seconds left. You know, I'm fine just continue to pile this on. Not, do it, score 50. I don't, what's whatever. But that would pretty much be it. They would add a late touchdown. 38-7 is your final. We get a revenge. And another great game for Ben Washington. 299, 3 touchdowns, nearly a 77% completion percentage. I mean, what more can you ask for from Ben Washington? The last 2 games, 8 total touchdowns, no turnovers, completion percentage near 80%. I mean, just, he is dealing right now. He really is. Yeah, Graham with a big touchdown. He is starting to get in rhythm with Ben Washington. And if this offense continues to roll, we'll see. Like I said, we're going to see here coming up. Because Oregon's defense, I mean, we got to get through Illinois here first. You can't overlook teams or overlook games, especially a rivalry game. But I am half looking to that Oregon game. Their defense is a 99 overall. So that's going to be an absolute test. And it's on the road in Autzen. Man, that's going to be crazy. But Allen Stanford goes to Penn State. We had a feeling that was going to happen. So we lose out on one corner. But Steve Paul, we take the lead over Penn State. We got the lead at the moment. We got to get at least 2 of these corners. Bernard Carmona, Ohio State has a massive lead. I don't know how we would even have a chance with that. That's probably gone. Westbrook, we have a lead. Sean Block, we're number 3 in his top 5. Joshua Cummings, we are number 1. Gutierrez, we're 3rd. You got Armour 1st. And then Brewer, we are 3rd at the moment. All right. Andre Book, we don't have a... I mean, we could set up a visit here, but it would be late. So he might be already committed by then. We got Penn State, Michigan State. I don't know if I want to do it or not. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think it's going to be too late. You can see where it already is. I just don't think it's going to happen. Maybe we just do Indiana. It's a rivalry game, so maybe we get a little bit more on that. We've yet to beat Indiana in this series, so I definitely want to get that job done. Let's do conference prestige. We'll set up a visit for Andre Book, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference. Niles Westbrook, we're going to hard sell there, hometown hero, and let's DM to add that. Sean Block, you see no visits set it up yet, but plenty of time. We just hit the top 5. So if we can look at the top 5 for that, let's take off their friends and family. And let's hard sell on Sean Block. And we're going to do college experience, a hometown hero, and then add the 10 for that. Osifa Book, same thing, into the top 5. I think we can hard sell for sure. And Gamer it will be. So we can hard sell, get very good. At least we got 1A. Yeah, Carmona, very good lead for Ohio State. So that one could be about over. But we'll go to the go to the end. Joshua Cummings, lead over BYU. I think we're fine. And we're out of hours anyway, so unless I make something up here. Armor, we're fine. Daily, we'll have to work on that one. We might have to add more. If we want daily, we're going to probably have to add more at some point here shortly. Halfway already in the top 5. Alex Klutz, we're up to number 2. So we've moved up to number 2. And Maka Brewer, we're number 3 at the moment. Let's take a look at the top 25 now. Bama moves to 1. Georgia drops down on their bye. And yeah, Texas lost to Bama. So they dropped 7 spots. Really, that is crazy to lose to then the number 1 team. Duke loses to Louisville, who moves up to number 17. UCLA drops to number 20. Oregon is now 20. They stay 22. But we are number 9 in the country. We move up 6 spots after that win against UCLA. We're in the top 10 for the first time ever in this series. So now this visit with Illinois, you got Steve Paul. This is a massive visit. And then Carmona, massive visits. 2 guys. Maybe we can somehow beat out Ohio State. But a massive rivalry game here against Illinois. We had some really good one-possession games against Illinois. So this is definitely going to be a tough test. You can see last year, 28-21. We won a couple in a row, but they have been close. This is a huge game for visits. All right, let's get this one going. Can Ben Washington continue? Like I said, first time in the top 10 in this dynasty, and really in years for this Purdue program. Really, it's been absolutely, I'd have to look that up real quick. And actually what I can find here is that the last time this Purdue Boilermakers team was in the top 10 rankings, as far as I can see, was 1998. So historic things happening right now in this program of Purdue. First time in almost 30 years. Insane. 1st and 10. Hand off to Gabriel Joyner. Joyner with the speed, and he's got 8 yards. So let's keep it that way. Let's not, get into the top 10 for the first time in nearly 30 years and then come out and have a stinker. Mylan Graham somehow, I'm telling you, this guy just breaks off tackles. Should have been brought down there easily, but spins around. First down, we're down to the 1. Handoff down to Nolan Ray, who jumps forward, and he's in for the touchdown. Nolan Ray really showing up. Great job bringing him over in the portal. He has been absolutely fantastic. Him and Joyner have been a great 1-2 punch. Very, very good. All right, 7-0 lead. Great start. All right, here comes Jershawn Newton. He can take off. He's got a heck of an arm. As you can see, what a throw. John Forrester off to the races. He's going to beat Carson Dean in coverage. Touchdown. Just like that. Those are some of the hardest routes to cover. Those wheels, you're trying to get through the trouble and the traffic as a linebacker. You just can't get there in time. And as long as that quarterback puts it on the money, it's going to be issues. As look at Corey Smith just turn upfield. That looked like it was going to be about a 12-yard gain, turns into about 30. 3rd and 10. Washington looking, firing, and can't hang on as Burhen this time. Incomplete, so that is going to lead to a punt. So this Illinois offense, I think this offense is a tad bit more talented than the UCLA offense. As you can see, Newton down the field. We're going to have to watch out for that. Honestly, we'll probably have to change up our tendencies. I'd rather watch for the quarterback keeping, as a great throw in the pocket. And this is going to be trouble today. This is going to be an interesting game. 1st and 10, play action. Newton down the field, and this is a mistake, though. He just floats it up, and Ivy is there to pick it off. Exactly what we needed, because Newton was dead perfect before that. 4-for-4 running, offense looking very solid, and we pick him off. Just a bad floating throw. I know it's a 50-50 one-on-one ball, but that is just not the kind of throw you want to make. As what a move from Joyner. Picks up big yardage up to the 34-yard line. See if we can swing that momentum around as we head into the second quarter. 3rd down and 8. Here comes the blitz, but we're ready for it. We got it. Oh, jeez, look out. Takes a big hit as Branch, but he's got a 1st down. 2nd and 11. That is going to be caught. Smith with the grab. All right, he's already got 5 catches for 59 yards in this game here in this first half. We still have like a whole second quarter to play. 3rd and 2. Oh, we have a wide open Burhan. Wide open down the middle of the field for a 1st down. Complete breakdown in coverage there from this Illinois defense. We're going to set up a screen to the outside, and that is not going to work. They are all over it. Nolan Ray, that is a loss of 8. 3rd down and 12 now. Washington looking, just really not a whole lot there. Just gets it out of his hands to set up a field goal, because if we had taken a sack there, I'm not sure if we're going to be in range. Kick is up, and it is good. So we get 3 out of it. 10-7 lead. Not sure what just happened to the Illinois defender back there. Kind of flipped out. So 10-7 lead. At least we get points off the pick. I mean, that's just a sling, man. But why are 2 receivers so close to each other? I don't know what has happened in that play. But it worked. 3rd and 10, but Harkless. There we go. That's what you want to see from the big man. Getting internal pressure. Gets to Newton for the sack. Forces an Illinois punt. So we swing this to the outside to Harris, and that should be a first because he was on top of the defender. What does everybody think of the college football season so far? Still trying to get a read. It's so tough with college football. I mean, they don't play preseason games, which I've said before, even in the NFL preseason games, you're not really sure what you're going to get. But at least gives you something. But, like, nobody gets a warm-up. It's just practice. But as we go down to the middle of the field, is that Branch for the touchdown? What a throw from Ben Washington. He saw it. He fires it. And, man, he is looking so good right now. 17-7, what a throw. I mean, on the absolute money. But, yeah, the actual college football season, it's so tough. You think Ohio State right now, I guess. You know, they took down Texas. Texas bounces back, but you just never know sometimes. I feel like you have to feel it out after 4 or 5 games. And then kind of when you get into that conference play, you just really never know. It's so interesting as Harkless is having a solid game. That's another sack. So, we'll see. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen the rest of the college football season, but I always enjoy college football as we get through for another sack. Oh, no, we don't. Newt got out of it somehow, and he makes the completion. Wow. And then Jaden Studio is a little bit shaken up. Wow, I can't believe that play. But, I mean, NFL is still, for me, you know, the top dog. I still love watching NFL football. Going up top one-on-one, it's knocked away incomplete. You know, as a Ravens fan, watching that game on Sunday night, geez, I don't know. You just can't sit back in coverage and let Josh Allen destroy you. What are you doing? I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. Still salty about it. Still just, you know, eat me alive right now. But as for, we're on college, I guess. But college football, I mean, love watching college football. Getting there on Saturdays, watching game day. I mean, there's just something about it. There really is. There really is something about college football. Anyway, we're back here. 17-10. Down the field. Have a man. Mylan Graham, and he missed him just by a couple feet. Oh. He pats him. He's like, that was my bad. Put that on the money. That's a touchdown. 3rd and 10. And that's dropped by Graham. The throw's a little behind him. Not easy. But with that, we'll go to halftime. It is 17-10, just still a one-possession game. They've only had the ball for 5. I mean, we've been controlling this game, and we only have a one-possession game lead. So they're averaging 9.8 a play. I mean, that big touchdown to start off the game to John Forster, I mean, that's going to help out your yardage. But right now, they're just hanging around. Just as I'm saying, you can't let teams hang around, really. You just can't. You got to try to put them away. They get the ball to start here in the second half. Play action. Oh, that's just a nice play. Fantastic play. Making the throw on the money, catch first down. 2nd and 9. It's time to hand the ball off. Forster gets a block. First down. Illinois trying to tie this ball game up. Gets out of the pocket, looking, and that is a great tackle from Carson Dean. He'll count it as a sack. But, man, if he doesn't make that tackle, Newton's gone for a touchdown. That was a huge tackle. So we'll come through for the blitz. Ball pops in the air, and it's incomplete. Just going to set up about a 54-yard field goal attempt. This one is not easy to put this within 4. And we're going to block the kick. We're going to pick it up. We're going to return this for a touchdown. Wow. Illinois, I mean, you think you're going to get maybe within 4. And honestly, right now, the biggest play of the game might have been that Carson Dean tackle. I'm telling you, Newton's gone if Carson Dean doesn't get him at 17 apiece. And because of that stop and the 3rd down stop there, getting the hit on Newton, forcing the incomplete pass, I mean, it's just turned this game around. That's what happens in a football game. It can really come down to maybe 2 to 3 plays. It really can if you look back at it. You know, what switched things around, and maybe those are the plays. Right now, 24-10. Newton back to throw, looking, firing. Oh, man, how do you not catch that? Receiver just not looking at his feet. Could have made an attempt. This one is caught, though, and they will still pick up the first down. But that was a touchdown pass. We'll see if they still get 6 on this drive. 2nd and 4, hand the ball off, but Carson Dean. Tackle machine. I guess, yeah, the rhyming. 3rd and 5. Newton rolling out. Fires! Nice job knocking that one away. Great defense there. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 5. I like this aggressive nature, though. Looking. Newton. And look who it is! Carson Dean, the tackle machine. In this case, the sack machine. His second of the game. Turnover on downs. All right, I want to give this defense now a little bit of a rest since they've been on the field a little bit longer here in the second half, and that's a great job. First down run by Nolan Ray. Go right back to him. Plenty of running room. Cuts back, breaks a tackle, and Ray's up to the 29. Love to give him a 100-yard game. I'd love to have 150, just him go off one game, but now Joyner gets in there. Joyner! The running room right now in this drive is ridiculous. Your linebackers... You might want to get somebody in the middle of the field there. 1st and goal. Ray, just straight up the middle. There is no linebackers there. That is unbelievable. Just 4 straight runs, chunked down the field. Nolan Ray in for the touchdown, and it's now a 31-10 game. That defense for Illinois, that was awful. They had no linebackers in the middle of the field to do anything. Just terrible. As underneath, that is going to be caught. So 3rd down and 2. Obviously now I would say 4-down territory no matter what. Down 21 here in this 4th. 3rd and 2. They're going to hand this ball off. Carson Dean with the initial, pressure there, the hit. So now forces a 4th down and inches here. Hand the ball off, and that is going to be just enough for a 1st down. But obviously, with 7 minutes in the game, you're down 3 scores. You need really big chunk plays. You need a touchdown here quickly. So we just got to play everything underneath of us for sure. Bring in pressure. Where to get to him? Down goes Newton. Is that Hines? Hines coming through. He's had a great game. Carson Dean. What else you got to say? He is having a game today. 4th and 6. Newton underneath. They'll convert another 4th down. But they're taking so much time. There's now less than 4 minutes in this game. Looking down the field. That's going to be caught. You got to hurry this up. Down to the 7. Newton to throw on 1st and goal. He's looking, but he's going to run out of time. Sean Seabrooks for the sack. And now a 3rd and goal back to the 15. Great coverage down the field. It's going to allow pressure to get there again. Is that Seabrooks again? That is our 7th sack of the game. Absolute insanity. It's just been really good coverage. Really good coverage sacks. We're fine going underneath. Let him get that completion on 4th and goal. Doesn't matter. That's a turnover on downs. And that will do it. 31-10 victory here today. It was close. It was close. I'll give credit. I think Newton looked pretty good. But just too much. 89 yards for Nolan Ray. A couple of touchdowns. Ben Washington with a great touchdown pass. But man, Carson Dean was absolutely just a nightmare out there today for Illinois. Joyner actually had 5 carries for 59 yards as well. Those gash runs. But the big touchdown to Branch, very good throw. But let's take a look at Carson Dean. 15 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Wow, what a game for Carson Dean. That's got to be a player of the week situation. Oh, we got to commit. It's going to be Steve Paul. So after the visit in the rivalry game, Paul commits, decides not to go to Penn State, stays here. That is amazing. And we've made up some ground with Carmona. We are now in a recruiting battle with Ohio State, who had a massive lead. Wild stuff here. All right, we have a chance with Carmona. Andre Book, we're number 3. He's reached his top 3. So we can beat out Nebraska or Iowa. That'd be awesome to get another corner. But we got one. So Carson Dean, Defensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. He's got to be national, I would think, too. He is. National Defensive Player of the Week for Carson Dean. What a game. 8 tackles for loss, 15 total tackles, 2 sacks. Fantastic. So 2 back-to-back games, fantastic. We're going to go up, I think, motivator here. Let's do DB, stay hot through time. Well, or should we do wide receivers? Let's do... It's so tough. I think we do DBs. DBs stay hot through the timeouts and everything. I was thinking about doing recruiter, but we'll just stick with that for the moment. Yeah, this Oregon game's it's going to be so rough. Going to be rough. Let's take a look at the top 25 now. Georgia moves back up to 1. Bama drops to 2. We're up to number 8. Ohio State's up to number 9. Yeah, we're number 8 in the country. Texas A&M lost to Georgia, so they drop all the way back down. And Oregon on their bye, they move up 1 spot to 21. Auburn ended up losing to Texas. They dropped down to number 23. South Carolina, TCU make the top 25 now. Yeah, this game against, we're not going to get in the game, Oregon, today. That'll be next time. But, jeez. Man, that is one hell of a name. It really is. Just a crazy name. But the biggest thing is McMillan from Troy is in there. So you have a guy from Troy up there for a possible Heisman winner. That is something you don't see every day. That's really crazy. So we'll take a look at the Heisman race. It's obviously still way early in the season. But yeah, we're in a recruiting battle for Bernard Carmona. I thought Ohio State had too much of a lead. The problem is they have a week 8 visit. So honestly, looking at it, unless we get him here in the next week or two, he's probably still going to Ohio State. So that's going to be tough. Book we dropped off, but there's not much else we can do. We're maxed out there. Westbrook with the lead. Block, we're moving up at number 2. Barmore, number 2 behind Michigan State. Book, we moved up to 2. Really could add probably another 10 hours to him just to continue to work on that. Gilliam, nobody wants this 5-star safety. I don't understand. I mean, I'll take it. It'll help our recruiting class. I'll absolutely take it. It shows a 5-star would come there. But it's always great to see somebody who has verbally committed. It always is good to see. But this is going to be a massive game at Oregon. 99 overall defense. Going to be the toughest test we've had the entire season. This is going to be the game. I mean, I know we got Ohio State coming on in our schedule too, but this game is going to be rough. And hopefully we can come out with a victory. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.